Hello, this is 3 Minutes of Awesomeness with Panzura. I am your ambassador of awesomeness, Glenn Schock. Today, we're going to be talking about ransomware. First and foremost, let's get the definition of immunity. Not susceptible or responsive to, especially having a high degree of resilience to a disease. In this case, the disease is ransomware. With that, I'm willing to say that Panzura Cloud FS is immune to ransomware. Let's talk about how we make that happen. As you know from other videos available on YouTube and other places, that Cloud FS is immutable on the back end, which means you can't make changes to the back end of our file system and that everything is additive. So let's run through this example of Cloud FS being immune to ransomware. If you drop a file into Cloud FS, this is the file as it sits, this first little blue box. If you make a change to the file, that's the next blue box. If you delete a portion of the file, that's the next blue box. And then you add something yet again, that's the next one. At any point in time, you can revert back to the previous version of the file. All the user sees within the file system is the current incarnation. Now let's say that somebody comes in and their machine is infected with ransomware or malware, and they open this file. It infects the file right there. But these days, ransomware is super intelligent, and it knows that you're most likely doing 2 weeks of disk to tape backups. So it's going to wait a minute before it explodes, allowing you to make changes to the file as if everything was okay. Then one day, you're going to go into the office and notice that your file is completely encrypted, denoted by these little red boxes, and it's going to ask for $5 million in Bitcoin, and you're going to say, nope, I've got Cloud FS, and I'm going to revert back to the previous version, this previous little blue box. But notice that you're still infected with ransomware. You're decrypted, you can get to your data, but you're technically still infected. What do? You mount the file system read-only to a single device, such as your Symantec or McAfee antivirus. It scans the file system. It sees the malware is there, or if it doesn't, then you have to wait for your zero-day tool to figure that out. But let's say in this case that it sees the ransomware and is able to clean it. We then mount the file system read-write to that only device. It cleans the malware, and uniquely, you've lost absolutely no data whatsoever. With other recovery options, any backups that you have, you could lose some data or all the way to before you were infected. With Panzura, we are completely immune to ransomware with no loss. This has been your 3 Minutes of Awesomeness. Check us out at Panzura Storage on Twitter or go to www.panzura.com.